Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will discuss about stack organization in computer memory. What is stack? Basically, a stack is a type of data structure in which you can store the data in LIFO manner, that is last in first out manner. Means the element or the data stored last will be available first. So let's see in this diagram. Assume this is a stack memory and I want to enter a new element in the stack. So suppose I want to enter the data A, I will say push A, so A will be pushed in my stack memory. Similarly, if I want to enter B, I will say push B, B will be entered in my stack memory. Similarly, I can enter C, if I say push D, D will be entered in my stack memory. Now suppose I want to retrieve or pop my data from the stack memory. So according to the definition, it is last in first out type of memory. Means the data which is stored last will be available first to retrieve. So when I say pop, D will be popped. Second time if I say pop, C will be popped. So this is how your stack is organized in last in first out manner. If we discuss about application of stack, one such application is to evaluate the arithmetic expressions using a reverse Polish notation, and that example I have taken at the end. Other applications of the stacks are like you can use a stack for nested subroutine, for loops, or during function call, etc. Now, in this stack organization, we require a certain pointer which will point to the address of the stack. So here a pointer called stack pointer is used which stores the address of the top of the stack. Means the item which is on the top of the stack is pointed by the stack pointer. So stack pointer is also called as the address pointer. So in the first example, my last element stored is D. So stack pointer will point to the memory location where D is stored. Here in the second example, my last element is B. So stack pointer will point to the memory location where the B is stored. Now there are two instructions or operations that we can use with a stack. One is push and one is pop. Push is used to insert or write an item on the top of the stack, whereas pop is used to read or delete an item from the top of the stack. So let's see how this push operation is executed. So whenever I want to insert or write a data in my stack memory, we have to use a push instruction. So suppose I want to enter the data A in my stack memory, I will say push A. So A will be pushed in my stack memory. Second element I want to push, I will say push B. B will be pushed and so on. Now for pop operation, again the last element stored is D. So this pop is used to read or delete the item from the top of the stack. So when we say pop, D will be popped from the stack memory. When I say pop second time, then C will be popped from the stack memory, and so on. You can delete the item or insert the item by using push and pop for the stack memory. Now stack pointer, as we have already discussed, here in this case the last data store is B, so it will be pointing to the memory location where the B is stored, and here the stack pointer will be pointing to the memory location where the D is stored. In digital computer, we can implement the stack in two ways, a register stack or a memory stack. Register stack can be built by using a separate set of registers, whereas a memory stack we can build by using a logical part of your memory or a part of your RAM. Now let's start with the implementation of register stack. Now register stack is organized as a collection of finite number of registers. So this is how your register stack is organized. This diagram you can find in any book. So this is 64 word stack memory because your 64 different registers are used to form a register stack organization. So starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 63, total 64 registers are used. So 0, 1, 2, 3 are the addresses assigned to each register. Now along with this, as we have discussed previously, this is a stack pointer which is pointing to the top of the stack. Currently it is pointing to the address 3 where the last data C is stored. Now there are two 1-bit flag registers, full and empty. These 1-bit flag registers are used to indicate the status of flag. So the full flag will be set to 1 when the stack is full. An empty flag will be set to 1 when the stack is empty. So it may happen that while inserting the data or pushing the data, the stack may get full. So in that case, the full flag will be set to 1 and empty flag will be set to 0. So these two flags are the 1-bit flags which will tell us the status of the flag, whether the stack is empty or not. Now one more register is there, that is the data register. Now data register holds the data to be pushed or popped from the stack. Means data register is used to transfer the data to and fro from the stack. Now let us see how the operations are carried out in the register stack organization. Now let's start with the push operation. So as we have discussed previously, push is used to insert a new element in the stack memory. So when the first step will be, you have to increment the stack pointer. So here in this case my stack pointer is pointing to the memory location 3. So when I want to enter the new element, first the stack pointer will increment to 4 and then the data will be pushed. Otherwise it will get overwrite on this C. So first step for push operation will be increment the stack pointer. Then next step will be write the item on the top of the stack. Means whatever is the data available in data register, that will be pushed to the memory pointed by the stack pointer. Now along with this, we need to check the status of the flag. So while storing the data, it may happen that the stack may get full. So if the stack pointer is 0, means the stack is full. So we have to mark this full flag as 1 and empty flag as 0 to indicate that the stack is full and we cannot insert new data into the stack. Still, if we try to insert, it will overwrite the previous data. For pop operation, first the data will be popped and then the stack pointer will decrement. So first, wherever the stack pointer is pointing, that data will be popped and stored in the data register, and then the stack pointer will decrement by 1. So in this case, if I say pop, C will be popped in the data register and then stack pointer will decrement and it will point to the memory location 02 where the B is stored. Again in this case we have to check the status of the flag. So again, if the stack pointer is 0 pointing to the 0 memory location, that means the stack is empty. So we have to mark empty flag as 1 and full flag as 0. That means the stack is empty. We can insert new data but we cannot pop the data from the stack. So this is how push and pop operations are carried out in a register stack memory. Now this is one application where we can use a register stack for evaluating arithmetic expressions in a reverse Polish notation. Now suppose this is a simple mathematical expression. I want to evaluate a into b plus c into d. So here I have taken the example 3 into 4 plus 5 into 6. This is the multiplication sign. So in reverse Polish notation it will be indicated as 3, 4, then the multiplication sign, 5, 6, then the multiplication sign, and then plus sign. That means first we have to insert 3 and 4, then the multiplication operator 5, 6, then the multiplication operation, and then the plus sign. So let's see how it is implemented in the stack memory. So here we have to use the zero address instruction, plus and multiply. Now first we will say push 3, then push 4. So 3 and 4 will be pushed, and then we will use a zero address instruction here, multiply. So after that 4 and 3 will be popped, they will be multiplied, and then the result will be again pushed in our stack memory. Next instruction again I will use push 5, push 6, and again zero address instruction, multiply. So in this case again the top two elements will be popped. In this case it is 6 and 5. So they will be popped, they will be multiplied, and the result will again pushed in my stack memory. Then I will use operator plus. So in this case the top two elements are 30 and 12. They will be popped, they will be added, and the result will be pushed in my stack memory. So this is how you can evaluate the arithmetical operation in a reverse Polish notation by using a stack memory. So hope I tried to explain the topic in a easy form. So thank you and see you in the next one.